Button go.
Now lay sit down.
Button.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Sunday Mac. As Pepper is now joining our
What's
Sunday
up,
Mac.
guys?
Alright.
Can finally put a face to the name.
Of course they put a face to the name. You've been in other videos with a face cam.
Have I?
Pokemon.
Our Sleepwalk
Pokemon
Alone
Xbox.
face cam.
Oh yeah, that is right.
So, our first segment.
You're always losing.
This is
stuff.
great, folks, isn't it?
Is it on the table there?
No,
No, that's Adams and mine.
Adams and there it is. It was stuck on a pillar. Alright, the reason
On
I
a
did
pillar.
this is where the list is. Alright. So, our first thing is I'm having an announcement. I have not got a date yet. I will put that in the next Sunday Mac as this man is dying.
As usual.
But there will be a sleepwalk for my birthday in August, beginning of August. So there's an announcement about that. By the way, this man here will not be in every Sunday Mac, so don't get used to him all the time.
No, I'm gonna be here every single time. 100%.
You wish, buddy. You wish. As do we.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm saving that because that's going to be some time.
Yeah, it will be. We will need some time
All
on
right.
that one. Oh yeah.
Now, our first big question of this video is, and we will start from Azure over here.
Well, I gotta go
Come
first.
around. I gotta go first.
Because we're going from left to right.
Oh, Piddle's in the video.
Say
Hello.
hi, Pistol.
Alright, so it is. What was your first game?
What's your favorite game? That's not gonna help.
That we've done that already.
Yes.
What is your first game you've ever played, and how has that affected how you game today?
First game was Spyro.
Oh, you started a little late in the
What do you mean a little late? That's PlayStation.
PS1, but they had a good amount of consoles before that.
Well, I didn't actually own many.
Oh, wasn't that your first console?
Yeah, PlayStation was my first console. Like my
Bless
grandparents,
you.
my grandparents had Sega and all them, but they weren't mine until I moved into the house. My first
Yes, but
actually,
did you play a game from them? Technically, those would be your first game.
I did, but I'm not sure which ones. But I played like 2 or 3 ones. I don't remember which one was actually first. I remember Spyro being the very first one that I generally liked a lot more.
But what do you think would have been the first game you played?
Sonics, maybe? I don't know which one. I generally don't know which
That,
Sonic.
I could understand that one. Because they all kind of look similar when you were a kid.
Let me think. There's the
Yeah.
3D one. There was one with Knuckles. There's one with you collecting animals, beating
Sonic
Eggman.
and Knuckles.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of Sonic ones.
Alright.
So yeah.
I mean, how it affected you today?
I don't remember really. I don't honestly remember or know. They're games. I just like playing them.
Oh, look at that.
I don't want to look at that. It's ugly. It's me.
It's ugly, it's me.
But if I look into my turn, I do so.
Bless.
Man, you're just sneezing all over the place.
Right?
Maybe he's
You're
dying.
allergic to the bullshit in this
Maybe he's allergic to
Oh
us.
shit!
My girl.
If I'd be allergic to you guys, I'm pretty sure I'd just deal with it.
Alright. You're trying so hard to figure this out. Alright, now we will go to you, sir.
Come on, Soup Boy. Alright, so mine is actually like the same. My first game was Sonic 2. I remember playing that a lot, and it made me love all of the classic Sonic games, even one, which I didn't really like that much. Always loved the Sonic games.
I love them all, but I don't love this one very much.
I love them all, but this one has a little less love.
Right, pretty much.
Except 06 and Boom, especially Boom. We don't talk about that here.
Then don't talk about it.
Okay, well then we're not talking about it.
What's wrong with Boom? Boom is better than 06.
I'll give you that one.
It worked.
Well, let's
But-
put it this way. 06 I attempted.
We both
It was
attempted.
terrible.
Yeah, we kept
I
glitching.
never attempted Boom.
We only
Okay.
attempted 6 because we want to see how bad it was.
The only thing
It was horrible.
is that 06 had Mephiles, which makes it a little better in my eyes. The gameplay was horrible. The loading screens were horrible. A lot of the story was horrible. But they had a good villain. So, that's all I have to say. Anyway, I think it's on to somebody else.
Yes, which, so far, first game I ever played was Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis.
Would you look at that?
Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Genesis
I
was
think-
my first game. And how it impacted me, that's probably what started me wanting to game with people, because I played it a lot with my dad. Yeah. Being a little kid and my dad just being awful at games, we sucked at it.
Actually, same. I played it with my dad. Yeah.
And but that's what makes me like enjoy playing games with people. I think is starting off with my first ever game, playing it with my dad. Now
Okay.
I pass it off.
The first game I ever actually played myself is one I'd rather not talk about. But the first game that
Whoa! What?
Yeah, that just piques
That's
interest.
yeah. I will just say Bubsy and leave it at that, okay?
Bugsy.
Huh?
Bubsy.
Bubsy.
What the hell is Bubsy?
I remember
If
Bubsy.
you don't know, it's better that you don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, everybody's gonna look it up right now.
Alright?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Bubsy the cat.
You will bring cancer upon yourselves.
Hey,
Then why'd you even bring it
whoa,
up?
whoa! We do not talk about cancer, sir.
You have been warned.
Alright, but go on to
Anyway.
your actual one.
My actual first game that got me into gaming as a whole was Driver on the Xbox.
Man, you really went far.
Yeah.
Hey, my dad was playing it, and it caught my interest, and he handed me the controller.
I can respect that.
And my dad woke up the next morning, I had beaten almost the entire game myself.
What?
I was like 8 years old, 9 years old at this point.
You really like driving, didn't you?
Hey, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but...
I guess, that would be yours.
How it affected me and how it affects my gaming today is it opened me up into the idea of enjoying open world games, driving games, and shooters, as well as role-playing games in general. It was a well-done game for its time, and playing with my dad was a good bonding experience for me. So, yeah, there's that.
Alright.
Alright.
Go ahead, Terry.
If it's okay with everybody, I'm going to do my first game I ever played and the first game I ever played with somebody else.
Alright.
Alright, that works.
Alright, so the first game I ever played, unlike everybody else, well, other than this man, but all those three, my first game was Pokemon for the Game Boy. And I'm not talking about Game Boy Color, I'm talking about the original
Red and blue.
Game Boy.
OG.
Well, technically can't say red and blue because it could have been gold and silver.
True, but no, it was
That's what I started
actually
with. That's what
it was actually Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, the Special Pikachu
Oh,
edition.
wow.
Yes. I remember. Stop. I remember riding out to Rogers, Ohio with my mom and my family, you know, sitting in the back seat playing that, trying to. Every time a street lamp came by,
the
trying to
light in
see
the
the
dark.
screen.
I remember.
I think every one of us
enough.
who played a Game Boy had that memory.
And then, you know, when we'd get to Rogers, at one point, I seen they had the light attachment.
Oh, I had one of those.
So did
Best
I.
thing they ever came up with for the back then. And then my second game that I ever played duo-wise would have to have been the original Mortal Kombat for the Sega Genesis.
Ooh.
Me and my stepdad, Rick, played it, and I enjoyed it.
When first time playing Mortal Kombat, was actually back when the arcades used to have them.
Same
Yeah,
though.
no, mine was on Sega, man. The original Mortal Kombat,
Wait, I have to ask, censored or not? Because they
Not.
had 2 releases.
not censored.
Good. Because the censored release was really crappy, apparently.
Yeah, but Pokemon taught me about perseverance and not giving up. Because, you know,
Oh, look at this guy, he's putting life lessons into this.
Okay, Pokemon.
hey, back then, it was kind of hard getting past the first gym. Only having an electric type.
Matters who, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'll
you did-
say.
unless you knew the Butterfree
Pokemon Gold and
method.
Silver. Pokemon Gold and Silver taught me one thing. Taught me to freaking read. I'm
Yeah,
not joking.
I'll
Taught me to
give
read.
Pokemon that. That's what started teaching me to read.
Yeah, and then, you know, again, Mortal Kombat, man. I mean, what's
You
not to
still
love
play
about
that
Mortal
to this
Kombat?
day.
Right?
Okay.
I still play that to this day.
When you finally figure out you finally figure out a combo. It's like, oh, especially.
Oh, dude,
You
back-
figure out like for me it was Sub-Zero with the slide. It was like, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Oh yeah, dude! Remember I figured out how to use Scorpion's spear and his hell teleport
Yeah, that was what I did.
back in the day. Oh my god!
Mine was
In the
Sub-Zero's
ice ball.
Ice ball. and
Yeah.
slide.
Sub-Zero.
The only thing I couldn't figure out back then is how to do the fatalities.
I knew one.
I didn't know any of them except for a stage.
I never learned any of the
I
fatalities.
didn't bother. Just like beat the crap out of the person.
Yeah,
But
Sub-Zero one. Now, if you tried to tell me to remember it now, no, it's not.
right. But playing that with my stepdad, it was a nice bonding experience, like, you know, you all have said. And I mean, like they said, till this day I still play Mortal Kombat. I love it.
I know. I played
Yeah,
with
if you were there for the top 5
Yeah.
favorite games, I think it would be on there.
It is. It is, sir.
Mortal
But
Kombat.
alright, now that we have that one, now we're going to go into question number 2, which was, what game introduced you to your favorite genre of gaming? Which will also answer what your favorite genre of gaming would be.
Yep.
Starting back around.
Mortal Kombat. I mean, what else?
Alright, so
games.
we're back to this conversation.
I played with me, my brother, and my cousin. Sub-Zero was mine. Reptiles was my brother's. Scorpions was my cousin. We literally got, each of one got at least 2 of the special moves down, literally whooped everyone's butt. No one could beat me, but then like no one could beat Dylan or Nathan. No one could win. Ever.
Well, what about between each other?
Oh, Dylan and Nathan went back and forth. It was like always a 50-50 with them. But me, it was, I am undefeated in that game.
Yeah, until I come along.
Well, you meant the original ones. You guys
Yeah.
never played the original ones together.
No, we have not.
We'll have to sit down and do that. It'd be interesting to play the original Mortal Kombat.
How do you do this? I don't remember!
Pretty much. I feel like that's exactly how that would be. Alright.
I'm just gonna go out tomorrow, get a Sega, and get Mortal Kombat. Alright, Dustin, let's go.
Good luck finding that!
Game Master round.
Yes.
Yeah, you probably could.
It's open!
I know.
But they're not open Sundays, are they?
By the way, you
I don't
guys
know.
probably will not know what we're talking about because this is a local store.
Yeah.
It is.
Great store though if you live in our area.
Always got some nice stock in.
Alright, sir. I guess you're up.
I'd probably have to say, I'd have to say World at War. I used to play a
Call of
lot,
Duty.
yeah. I used to play a lot of World at War. The OG zombies. I remember a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So COD got you into shooters, huh?
Oh yeah. I used to play that back in the day with my god cousins like all the time. So that was really fun. And now
These
I own a
cousins
plethora.
from God.
I almost got in your pocket.
But alright, so.
Dylan, shots have been fired.
Oh, look.
Well,
shoot.
shoot.
Alright then.
So your turn. What
My
game opened you up to your
genre, of course, is RPGs. And it was from Legend of Dragoon.
Ooh, that's an old one.
Oof.
So that was like probably one of my first big games I ever went through 100%. Tried to do every little thing I could, and
Technically, yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So that game, like, I spent a long time on. I still will pick that game up.
I'm
and
gonna
play
play
it.
with you.
Open world game, but
Never do this to Congo. When Congo says he doesn't need weapons, don't attack him. Don't.
Oh, I remember that.
I got this.
He gets into a stance. Don't attack him. He will beat you up. But, alright, so simple questions. Go on.
I gotta say, for a while, I played nothing but shooters and action games when I was younger. But what opened me up to my favorite genre of gaming had to be, not Mario, because Super Mario 64 was a precursor to it. Jak and Daxter actually opened me up to open world RPGs.
Jak and Dexter, that's awesome.
See, Jak and Dexter wasn't my first one in that particular era. Mine was Ratchet and Clank.
Both of them are good.
Still a respectable one though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Jak and Daxter opened up my world to open world action RPGs. And from there-
I thought it would just be action game.
From there, that led me into open world fighter RPGs. So these days I enjoy playing games like Darksiders, Asura's Wrath, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I owe that to Jak and Daxter.
Alright.
No.
Go ahead,
Alright.
Clifford.
Mine, my genres, they vary, but I enjoy playing shooters, open world games, RPGs, and what got me into that was Grand Theft Auto 3. Actually, no. What was it first? 3 or Vice City? I think it was
Vice City
Vice-
came after 3.
Yeah, I
Vice
would say
City-
Vice City as after that.
It was
Was
3
it?
Vice City, then San Andreas.
Either
Okay,
way, you're
yeah.
saying that particular era of games.
Yeah, like GTA 3 was the shit to me. Like being able to just walk up to somebody on the street and just pop them in the head.
The disappearing heads and the spurts of blood were always funny.
That was
Yeah,
It was just like a random fountain.
Yup.
especially if you put the cheat codes in too. Flying cars,
I loved walking up and punching someone's car and just start flying away.
right?
See, one of the
You did
fun
that to
things
me
I
one
found
time. Well, I was
is
in
if
the
you got
car.
hold of a tank, you can immediately
No,
make
that
a
was
flying
on
car.
No.
GTA
If you didn't, if you wanted to skip all the missions, you'd use the flying cheat code to get across the bridges, and then
enough.
get to the next garage and save.
True
And then
enough.
you'd start right on the next island when next time you load it up. But that opened up shooters. It opened up driving games like another good one, Need for Speed.
Oof.
Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Most Wanted, Underground,
Ooh.
Underground 2. Oof.
Yes.
Those are some good
As you
solid
can tell, there's a lot of
racers.
oofs.
Ooh.
We need an oof button.
We need to record this man saying oof, so when big things come up, oof.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
oof on everything.
But yeah, and well, I can't say that was the only one that opened me up to stuff because there was WWE SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain.
See, mine was, what is it? SmackDown versus Raw. I think it was 2005 was a big one I played.
See, I started way back when they first started bringing them out.
but technically, I don't know if anyone remembers this. I have to. You keep talking. I'm gonna look up what the game I used to play that was a wrestling game that I played the crap out of.
Okay.
But like it, Here Comes the Pain was like just that was the icing on the cake to from beginning with the WWF SmackDown for the original PlayStation, and then how it progressed. It was just beautiful.
Alright, I got it.
All right, you got it.
WCW Revenge.
Oh,
64.
yes.
I remember that one. I played.
There's the oof again.
We need an oof button. We need an oof button.
I didn't think we'd be talking about the N64 here.
It was like my first console. Banjo.
Hey,
See,
Kazooie.
another good one for N64. Not even gonna lie, Donkey Kong.
Donkey
Kong Country,
Donkey Kong
right?
64.
Huh?
Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
agree with it.
That was a
that
good game.
one.
Being able to go through with as all the different Donkey Kongs.
Like for me, Banjo Kazooie. It's a top-notch game.
Diddy Kong with the
Diddy Kong
peanut.
Racing.
No,
Oh,
Diddy
no.
Kong with the peanut gun.
What was that game called?
It's.
Donkey Kong.
I'm pretty sure that was the original DK Country.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. You were on the island, and you got woken up by the professor. You started out as DK himself, and then as you progressed through the game, you would unlock other DK characters.
I think that's Donkey Kong 64, I thought.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that's Donkey Kong 64.
Because first you'd start as DK, then it'd go to Diddy, and then I think it went to the girl.
Dixie, I'm gonna
Which one,
say.
Dixie or Candy?
Candy,
Dixie, probably.
I
Candy,
think it was Dixie.
Candy probably. She was more of a trophy girl, I think.
Yeah!
DK64.
DK64. That was the shit right there.
That's what I mean. Like, that was a good game.
I mean, hell, my 64 games were Mario Kart and Super Mario 64.
And we can't forget Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap.
Stadium 2. Oh, Snap. It's being remade.
I
Well,
know,
technically, it's being redone and like
Revamped.
game completely, but
but still.
such a good game.
We need the button! We need the button!
Look what you started.
I'm sorry, okay?
It's almost as bad as in the classroom.
We all can't sit here.
God.
We all can't sit here and not talk like GoldenEye wasn't a great game.
You know,
GoldenEye opened up multiplayer. We wouldn't have multiplayer.
And
if it wasn't for
the
GoldenEye.
first chip character.
Because
Yeah.
of its size.
Yeah, his size, being in the actual movie, he was normal height, but in the game he was short.
For me, I don't know if anyone else played this, but Yoshi's Story.
Invaders.
I played
I
Yoshi's
think it
Island,
was
where
Invaders.
you're moving Baby Mario.
Which one?
Where you're different colored Yoshi's.
That's
moving-
Yoshi's Island.
Yeah. Yoshi's. Or you're talking. If you're talking about different colored Yoshis and you always had the eggs following.
And Baby Mario. He moved
That's
Baby
Yoshi's
Mario.
Island.
Hold on, if
Yeah,
we're talking about
Mario.
Nintendo, we gotta include Frogger in there, man.
Oh my god, yeah.
But wasn't Frogger on other things first?
Frogger was
Yeah,
like.
technically.
Frogger was a handheld
Oh,
system.
gotcha.
What?
No one played this in this room and hoping an N64. I'm disappointed in all of
I
you.
didn't have an
What?
N64.
You didn't have one, so you're okay. But Star Fox 64.
I
You know,
played
you're
it.
gonna be disappointed in me.
You're gonna be
I wasn't in the Star Fox.
You're gonna be disappointed.
I got
in me
annoyed
too.
by Slippy constantly asking for help. I had to quit the game.
Slippy.
It's just as
Then
bad.
again, I didn't really own the N64. It was at my nan's. She kept it at her place for me. I had the Sega Genesis with Power Rangers.
I have to
Oh,
sit here for
Power
a moment
Rangers.
and say, there's this game we all play to this day. Me and you just played it the other day.
Pokemon?
But Mario Kart 64.
Oh.
Yeah.
I broke my Nintendo 64 controller playing that.
Oh.
So remind yourself, don't put a controller in your hand.
I used to race
No,
against my
you
dad
can put
all
a
the
controller in my
time.
hand. Just
I'm just messing with you.
oh,
Smash Brothers. How we got Smash Brothers originally.
yeah, that's a good one.
I started.
I actually never
Bros.
played the original. I played Melee. That was my
Which is-
first Smash
which
game.
Say, the one before I played one time, and like Morris is the fastest character in running.
That was in Melee.
Melee was my first.
And then,
Yeah, so I played Melee then.
can't
Just one
sit
time.
here and also not talk about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
I played with you a little bit. I wanted to kill the fairy like in 2 minutes when we turned it on.
Yeah,
See, this is gonna cause a lot of disappointment in me. I didn't play Ocarina of Time on the N64.
Wow.
My first
Oh my God.
Yes, but I did play it.
I'm
But
the
3DS
youngest
remake
person
was
in
your first time?
Yes.
I'm the youngest person in this room, and I played it on the 64.
You're not the young person in this room.
Wait, what?
Technically.
This person behind him.
Okay, technically.
Yeah, but he's not in.
But alright.
I know what I'm saying though.
Let's,
If you're confused, it's my son.
just like game. None of us mentioned a game from like the GameCube era, which had some phenomenal games.
I did have the
Well,
GameCube.
My favorite Pokemon game,
Coliseum and Gales of Darkness was
Gales
both
of
phenomenal.
Darkness,
I didn't have that. It's just
Phenomenal.
a
with one of my favorite Pokemon too, Dark Lugia.
That they had some great games. What, something you're trying to say? Golden Sun?
Golden
That
Sun.
was Game Boy Advance, though.
Yeah, but I played the shit out of Golden Sun.
I'm not saying it wasn't a great game because I loved that game.
I love Golden Sun too. Golden Sun, Golden Sun
Oh,
2, Golden Sun
Now
First
I don't know
Dawn.
why I didn't say this for N64, but it also has a sequel in GameCube.
What?
Paper Mario.
Paper
You
Mario.
know,
Mario
I
Bros.
actually
2004,
haven't
right?
played Paper Mario.
I haven't
Well, I
either.
know what series we're about to play on the channel.
shit.
I haven't played either.
Hey,
I haven't
wanna
played
be
either.
involved
Don't worry
in that.
about it.
Because that is such a good game.
I've seen people play it. I've never actually played it.
I
wanna
played
be
it on the
involved in that.
DS.
Alright.
I played it on the DS.
The DS games are where they started going wrong and downhill.
Yeah, I wouldn't compare it.
It's not even the
Also,
same world anymore.
another good game for PlayStation.
Which one? PlayStation 1 or 2?
I think it was 1. It was the first Dragon Ball Z game they ever came out with.
Don't know what the first one we ever got.
If we're talking about first ever Dragon Ball Z game, they came out as early as NES, dude.
I hope you're not talking about Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT Final Battle.
Oh
No.
god, not Final
Oh
Battle.
god, Final
The
Battle.
oldest one I remember
shit.
was for PS2, and that was Budokai.
No, it was before. It was older than
I
that.
remember Infinite
Budokai
World.
is
Look that up real quick.
There's a freaking-
Dragon Ball Z for PlayStation. And then show me the picture.
We had Ultimate Battle.
I gotta see the picture of it first.
Infinite World.
Final Battle was just, oh my god, it was hell.
Yes, that
Ultimate
one.
Battle.
Yes,
Infinite Battle.
that is the first Dragon Ball Z game I ever played on PlayStation.
Mine was on GameCube, and it was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1.
See, my first Dragon Ball game ever was actually on the Game Boy. It was Legacy of Goku.
Okay, you got me there. That
every-
was technically my first.
Everyone's about to be
Legacy of Goku was actually kind of crappy, but Legacy of Goku 2
Two
made up
was
for
good.
it.
everyone,
Blues Fury.
Oh yeah,
everyone's about to be disappointed in what my first Dragon Ball game was.
Evolution.
No,
GT
oh god,
Final
no.
Hey,
No, it was Ultimate Tenkaichi.
that's not a bad
hey,
one.
hey,
Hey, that's
hey,
not a bad
Ultimate
one.
Tenkaichi was pretty damn good.
It was
in
pretty-
some cases it was awful, but in some cases it was
The
good.
I like to. Sorry.
Yeah, you first.
The rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, that was
Remember
probably the
that?
only part that I didn't like.
That's
I like-
what
I
didn't
agree with
like.
that. I probably could have done better.
I like the fact that they interpreted the whole buttons for the fusion.
Yeah.
And you
Was
could.
that wasn't in Ultimate Tenkaichi.
That
You're
was in
thinking of
Budokai.
the normal Tenkaichis.
That was in Budokai 2.
So.
No,
Three.
normal Tenkaichis didn't. You're thinking Budokai.
Am I?
The side scroller fighting,
Yeah.
and then when you did it and you got it wrong, you became like fat Gotenks, and then you had to wait for the bar
I
of your
think
key to
so,
go
but
down.
it wasn't. I like the fact that they had it on your skill list.
Yeah, that's
that was
Budokai.
Budokai.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that fact because it.
Because you had to input PPKKE to do one of your main moves or a transformation.
punch,
Fear,
punch,
Yeah.
kick energy.
fear me as Raditz, I destroyed all.
Oh my god.
Nah, but
It's okay, man. You just came late in the game.
yeah, he's a late bloomer.
We'll show you the better ones later.
He's a late bloomer.
I want to play the old ones for like the PS2 and stuff. I really do.
I finally just started playing Dragon Ball Z Infinite World.
Oh.
Ah,
I
I've
want-
got to play that still.
It's really good.
That's supposed to take place right after Budokai 3 in the
That's-
timeline?
that's
or
what-
the
well,
chronological timeline
yeah.
of the games.
There's technically no timeline to those, but it was
You know what
the
I
sequel
mean.
to that game.
But also,
I've wanted to play Infinite World
I just
so
love the
long.
fact that like you didn't have to choose the fusion part, like the
You didn't
fusion
have to.
character.
no, you turned.
You
into
just needed
the skill.
the skill and the
Or the-
two, and
Capsules is what they were.
yeah, you needed the capsule,
Does that?
Yeah.
and you had to have the character on your team.
And then
Yeah.
No, the team thing wasn't a thing until normal Tenkaichi, where you only needed the team partner to do it. in Budokai, you needed the skill, and they would just drop next to you when you did the combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You're definitely
back then,
Budokai
whenever
2
you
doing
had
that.
Boo, and you
could
did
do
absorb.
the person, it would just take
Yup.
a random one.
Yeah.
2 actually had an Easter egg with that,
Did it?
where 2 you could also absorb Vegeta, Cell, and
Yeah.
Frieza.
Oh. I
And
did
Tien
not
and
know
Yamcha
that.
at the same time.
I didn't know that.
Tiancha absorbed. Oh my god, that was a weird combination.
Does anyone remember Gokyo?
Oh
That
my
was in
god.
2.
Oh.
Budokai 2 did Gokyo and Tiencha.
Yeah.
I like Tiancha, but they were giving him like a mohawk instead. I think it would have been better.
He was
Oh,
balding.
stupid.
He was bald and had like back hair, so I was like, no, give him a mohawk. I would have been more happy
He
with
was like
it.
balding.
It's just they screwed up. They had potential with Tiancha and they ruined it.
That's Coco.
Coco's home.
Alright.
Either that or one of the cats is acting up.
Crickets.
Possibly go
Crickets. Crickets.
Oh,
No,
never mind,
he's
he
in.
made it in.
Hey yo, Coco, what's up?
We're in the middle of the video. If you want to hop in here.
What's
He's
up,
off-
Coco?
He's off of work.
Hola.
You gotta lean forward a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta lean in a little bit.
Damn it.
I mean, I was still in it.
Leave it to Coco to make a joke like that.
But alright, welcome
Oof.
to the thing. We were just talking about a game, our favorite, like what game got you into your favorite genre of gaming.
Yeah, and then
Now we're
after my turn, it just went.
Now we're in conversations about like what was the best games we thought for different consoles and stuff like that.
Anyway, Coco, what was the game that got you into your favorite genre of gaming?
I wouldn't say favorite. I'd say what game got
What
you
got
into
me into
genre.
gaming in general?
Well, that was the
To
first
be
question,
honestly,
That was the first question.
Super Mario 64 is what got me into gaming.
A
so.
classic.
Yeah, I can.
We didn't even mention that while we went over.
No, we
games.
did not
mention
We mentioned DK64.
Hey, I
We
mentioned it.
like Star Fox 64. We mentioned.
You mentioned it?
Yeah,
Did you?
I didn't hear him.
He said Mario
I mentioned it
64.
right. I said Super Mario 64.
It might have
It's
been
Mario
after
Kart
Mario
64.
Kart.
Jumping
Yeah.
through the fucking painting.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was an acid
I remember
trip.
the.
Superman 65.
Dude,
You
you
get
get
out
Get
of here.
out of here.
Well, get out.
You did not
Kick him out
belong
the
to a
class.
child.
Oh, kick him out the classroom!
Damn it.
Be gone!
Now, my favorite like rhythm game, and it's you can't really call it a rhythm game. I guess it's like the Donkey Kong one that came with the bongos.
For the GameCube.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then I got into DJ Hero.
Nah, man, get that DJ Hero out of here.
Hey,
I like hip. I love rap. Don't get me wrong, but I couldn't. No, the controls were just
It's the
No.
same.
I'm sorry,
it's,
stick to Rock Band and Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
it's the same
Yes.
thing.
Guitar Hero 3,
3.
when you could be Death.
I forgot about that.
Just
Right.
being Death there, rocking out guitar, and it was one of the last ones you could just use the controller
I
Yeah,
know.
for the guitar. I wish they would bring
Every-
that back.
Instead, we got Guitar Hero Live. Ugh.
Alright, guys.
Hey, you watch your dirty whore mouth. I love.
I tried Live. It was
I love Guitar Hero Live. I have it.
This one got hostile quick.
Can we go back to the question, please?
Yeah, let's go back to the question.
I wasn't ready for that.
I like chaos.
You want to Rollins?
Alright, we're gonna get to our next one. So, Coco, you don't have to answer. If you can think of them, you can answer, I guess. But
We'll give him last slot. He can go right after me. That gives
That's
him time to
he has to come up with them on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sonic 06 is the best game ever.
Oh!
You can't kick him out of the classroom.
Can you stop breathing,
Kick him out of the
sir?
classroom!
Can you just stop breathing?
Hey! All lives matter.
Oh, we're not getting into that. You can't.
Can we?
Now you get out of here!
Not saying that we're against any of this or anything.
We're
but-
saying
This is just a
That's what I'm bringing in
video.
But
Listen, all lives matter. Except for the people who made Sonic 06. You can fuck.
Wow! Wow! Can we go back to the question?
all right, we're gonna go to the next question on our list, and it's gonna be our top 5. Our top 5 favorite video game characters as this man once again dies.
I'm always dying
And
inside.
we'll start with Azure again for his number 5.
Okay, first, we'll go
Not
5.
first, your 5, yeah, your least favorite of the 5.
Wait, we start with least favorite first?
Yeah.
So that way you build up to your favorite.
I was gonna say.
Oh. I didn't know we had to put them in order. Damn it. You suck.
So yours is Spyro.
I grew up with him. I say the reboot did good, but overall, like there's other characters with more depth than him. But he's still one of my favorites. But Spyro's is on the list. He's 5.
I would say that my top 5, my 5th is Hades from Kid Icarus, the new one for the 3DS.
Uprising?
Yeah,
That's called?
Uprising.
Yeah.
Hades was really funny, really cool. Uprising. Yeah, I'd also highly recommend it.
Bruh.
Yeah, one job.
Oh, good job,
no.
Pepper. Also, that was a nat 24. Whatever you trying to roll for?
Where's the oof button?
We rolled for the oof button.
Almighty Conch, what shall we do?
Can I have something to eat?
No.
Can I have something to eat?
No.
Can we continue what we're doing?
Yes.
But
Alright.
Okay, rewrite.
Alright, my number 5 is Fate Line God from the Star Ocean series.
Alright, not bad, not
I'm
bad.
probably, other than Azure, the only one who knows this series. But I liked not only is he a character who's literally like from like more of a futuristic style and didn't actually have any experience other than a simulation of how to fight, got thrown
A
into
simulation video game, mind
Yeah.
you.
who gets thrown into a situation where he actually has to wield a blade and fight for his life.
And somehow he gets massive
I've actually
powers.
played Star Ocean. I gotta admit, I wasn't the biggest fan because of how the game worked in general,
I love
but
it.
I gave it credit for its ingenuity.
It was really, the story was great. How you find out what he actually truly is, and then the plot twist in like the middle of the series of finding out like that they are all a simulation.
Oh yeah, I found that out randomly.
Spoiler warning.
Well, we're in this period. I'm pretty sure spoiler warning should be
Well, yeah.
obvious.
I found that out randomly. I'm like,
But alright,
oh, okay,
you're
whatever.
number 5, sir.
I had to struggle on my list, but my number 5 is Riku from the Kingdom Hearts series.
Okay.
Because
Wouldn't even know because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts.
Same.
anyway, the kid went through a lot of hardships throughout the series, but he learned to, instead of fight the darkness, use it to his advantage and overcome it and turn it into one of his weapons and use it along with the light. And that, to me, is one of the best ways to overcome an obstacle.
sounds like Batman to me.
That was great. That was
Andy, okay, now I'm just imagining Riku in a Batman outfit.
I mean, his dark outfit's close enough.
No, legit Riku from 2 with a Batman outfit running on
George
the keyboard.
Clooney's Batman
Yes.
outfit.
With the
Batman.
Yes.
Yeah, the fat nipples.
Alright. Pepper, your
That
turn.
image is
My number 5 would have to be Meta Knight from Kirby and Super Smash Bros. I really didn't play the Kirby games that much. I mean, I played some, but I love Meta Knight and Smash. The only downfall is when you go to charge at someone and you just fly off the ledge and can't even fly back up.
You do that quite often.
I do that quite often.
What?
I've done it to you quite often.
You're drunk. I got him. Oh, I'm dead.
I got him. Oh,
How he
shit, I'm
can't
dead.
recover after it.
That's why if you miss, you pull upwards. This way, at least you can fall back onto the stage.
Sometimes that doesn't
anyway.
even work.
Based on
It's-
how close to the edge you were when
Yeah.
you used the
Right?
move.
It's a risky move to make regardless.
Yeah. Alright, D.
See if
Coco?
you can come up with one.
My favorite, my number 5 has to be Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2.
Oh, nice one.
Okay, not bad.
By the way, to let you know the rules, you cannot use from now on. You cannot use anyone from the Borderlands series.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that mean I can't?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
There's only one per franchise. Or one per
One per
Borderlands.
one per franchise.
One per franchise, yeah.
Per person. Good pick.
Yeah, he was just a...
He was a
constant-
dick.
Yeah, but he was a dick that made you laugh.
Yeah.
And then-
funny dick.
If you played the full game and understood what he did, you kind of felt bad for him, but then he was still a dick.
He tried to kill you.
And if you played pre-sequel, you actually learned why he did what he did.
Pre-sequel,
But that doesn't excuse him from being a total asshole.
Hell no.
pre-sequel sucks.
Also
compared to the rest of them.
hilarious in Tales of Borderlands.
Oh, yeah.
Did you kill my grandma? Thank God.
Butt Stallion.
But yeah.
Alright. Number 4.
Number
third.
Let me look. No, it's
I feel like we should have, like,
Huh?
countdown cards.
Countdown code.
No, I didn't hear
I could
that.
technically edit that in, but
I'll say it's Har from Fire Emblem.
hard, yeah. Har was a great
He's my favorite
character.
character just because of how freaking like lazy
You know
he
what?
is.
See,
got
I don't know
number one.
anything about Fire Emblem, so I can't
Har rides a
talk on
dragon.
it.
Guess what we're gonna do?
No!
Har's one of my favorite characters for a couple of reasons. One, he says it all hell.
He was really lazy.
And
You
another
know
reason he's one of
what?
my
I got my
favorites
number one.
because he's one of the strongest characters overall.
Okay.
Even when he hits max level and everything, he's still one of the strongest characters you have.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah,
Alright.
that dude was cheap. I will admit.
You could evolve him like at the castle battle. You put him in the corner, they keep attacking him, he'll just keep defending.
And he won't get hurt, except if finally the Thunder Mage, because he was weak to Thunder Mages. If he got hit by that, he was dead. And since they have a permadeath system, you wouldn't get him back.
Yeah, so it's like, no, Har, go that way. No, I didn't use that with Har, though. It's like, no, Braum, you go there and you be a tank. Har, you need to level up like the final mission, now we can just become uber strong then.
Butt strong.
Just uber strong.
I'd have to say for my number 4 it would be Asura from Asura's Wrath.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah.
I did not like the fact that you
Too
couldn't complete the game without DLC.
I know, that was such a ripoff.
I got it.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I think it was pretty good.
Yes.
That reminds me, I still would like to play Asura's Wrath on your Xbox at some point so I can actually finish the final episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Anyway, you're number 4?
My number 4 is Tally from the Mass Effect series. Don't look at me like that.
That's for 2!
But first you gave me a look like, you mother.
I did!
Is she the one that has
The Quarian.
The Quarian who has the visor thing over her.
I always thought she was sexy because of the mystery.
Oh.
See, the
that's
look they
interesting.
gave her, that's canon.
No, lies.
I do not
Boo.
like that look. At all.
I didn't.
She
I never
looks better
seen
with the
what-
helmet on.
She's literally just a photoshopped character.
She is. Yeah, the ending of Mass Effect 3, someone leaked it, so like EA freaking just had to change all and screwed everything up.
Jeez.
But
There's
Tally, the shy personality, how she literally, like, she was very clumsy,
That's hilarious.
but yet, most expert hacker you'd ever see.
She was one of my favorite guns ever. Shotguns.
Yeah, she wields a shotgun. Like, her whole character, like, then when she'd get drunk, she suddenly was outgoing.
She's the rock leader.
Tally, that's a stroke.
Emergency.
I can't say the word. Induction port.
Emergency.
Induction port.
Something like
That's a
that.
straw. Emergency induction port.
But she was hilarious. She was one of the best characters. How you could romance her, and she starts out real shy, and then randomly just like
She pounces on
brings
you.
up bursts of energy where she just lets everything out. And then when, yeah, as you said, when you get to the full ending scene where
You take off. Sorry.
she takes off the helmet and
You're bringing up.
dives on your character.
It's funny, okay, because she's like, oh crap!
But alright, go on.
Okay, Another entry in the Borderlands series for me. For my number 4, I gotta say Lilith.
Oh yeah.
In the first game,
Right? I hear you.
First game, she didn't really do much. She was just one of the player characters. But from the second game on, she became a very story important character, and she became the Phoenix. She became such a freaking badass.
The Firehawk.
Yup, Phoenix the Firehawk. She became the leader of the Resistance at one point.
That's a Borderlands 3. Spoiler!
Yeah. What happens to her at the end, though? Ugh.
Don't.
You're not wrong.
I'm not saying it, but
You're
I've
not
yet to
wrong.
beat Borderlands 3.
I just gotta say, I'm
Not
good
happy.
send off, but I'm not happy with what they did.
You just. You kind
You
of
did just spoil it.
Thanks.
Like,
Hey, I
Hey!
didn't spoil shit.
Thanks. You
the
said
way
send
it was
away.
Send off basically
Send
tells
off.
us what happened.
You ass.
Anyway,
Oof! But oof!
that's my number 4.
Alright. My number 4 would have
Why
to
he
be
does this?
Shadow the Hedgehog
Ooh, we get it.
from Sonic's Shadow the Hedgehog game. I loved
from
what
the
they did
actual
with
game.
him, but they could have done more with the game.
Yeah.
They really could have done more. They could. I feel like they could have made the story longer.
I liked all the different ending styles, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the like gameplay was way too the same as you played it.
Yeah.
It got repetitive.
It did. But I love being able to use guns with Shadow.
Mhm.
That was fun. And getting on the motorcycle.
Yes! That was badass!
I never got to experience that because my copy of Shadow the Hedgehog was bugged, and when I got to the military base in the 3rd stage, I'd fall through the floor.
Oof.
Ooh.
And I would never get past that. No matter what route I took, I always got
We need
stuck
a
in
move button.
that stage.
We need a move button. We need a move button now.
If we ever invest in a soundboard, we're recording you
Oof.
saying oof.
Okay. I have no problem with this.
D?
My number 4 is from Final Fantasy X.
Choose
Waka.
wisely.
Look at this man.
Waka.
Coming up with everything on the dime.
Yeah. He's while we're going around, he's thinking.
You know what? Respect, dude.
Right?
Now everyone
Good
from
character.
Final Fantasy X had like magic powers, swords,
He
spears.
threw a ball.
I'm gonna fight evil
This
with
is
dodgeball.
blitzball play with a freaking ball.
It's pretty much what it was. I'm gonna fight evil with a dodgeball.
You know what? I'm gonna put spikes on my dodgeball and have it electrified. Yeah. Fuck that guy specifically.
Fuck that guy.
Yeet.
Call me Call me dumb in middle school.
And then he got
He got the big titty golf pregnant in the next game.
X2.
Mm-hmm.
Are they married?
Mad props.
They never said they're married. As a baby now.
Anyway, to the number 3s.
Alright, go ahead, buddy.
Kelly.
Kelly!
How dare you? Kelly!
Well, we already made our talk about that one, so we
Moving on, your turn!
Artorias the Abyss Walker from Dark Souls.
Ooh, nice.
What?
Never played them.
Huh?
Never played Dark Souls.
It's the DLC.
Yeah, I did download. I
No, you're fine to keep talking about it.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
talking about it, dude.
It's just like a really good story, and then like whenever you see him and his like you actually have to fight him, you feel so sad, or at least I did. It was
So it was a character who pulled on your heartstrings.
yeah.
Then again, the Souls games are good at messing with your emotions.
No, the Souls games are beating up old men. The video game.
Oh, but that's the video game!
Oh, you died again. The video game.
Oh, you died again.
You died again.
Get good, scrub. The video game.
guys only help so much.
I like that one. Get good, scrub the video game.
Good scrub.
Alright. So I guess my turn.
Yeah.
Can't lean on me.
My third one is Dart from Legend of Dragoon.
Okay.
Alright. Great character who's like very passionate about like his hometown.
And hitting people in the face with a sword.
I mean, welcome to every main series character back in the day.
Meet every character in Final Fantasy.
Just like firepower.
Clone.
No, it's every character in Final Fantasy has a blade.
Has some type of sword, yeah.
Except for Walker.
He's not main character.
He's not main character though.
He's part of the party, but I mean, like the main characters, all Final Fantasy have a blade.
Yeah, so
It's not wrong.
Watch out for those.
his
pointy
whole
bits.
thing about how he has to go, he went on a journey to find out who killed his parents, as he's looking for the Black Monster. Still could have come up with a better name than Black Monster.
That kind of sounds like the opening to Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, you're not wrong.
How he lost. I don't think Sora lost his parents.
We never seen his
Technically,
parents.
He has his mom.
Actually, he does lose them because his world does get destroyed.
It's like way later on.
Yeah, the first thing he fights is a giant black monster.
See, at the beginning of the game, after
Yeah.
you get off the island, the
But he
world is
doesn't fight to
destroyed.
find it all out.
But you know whose parents did die? Batman. Who's Batman?
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
you got a point on that.
Dude.
Oof! But who he finds out the Black Monster is what really twists everything around.
I've never played it.
When he finds out that the person he's been traveling with since the very beginning was the Black Monster.
So basically, how? My bad.
I don't know. I'm trying to roll.
Rose is the Black Monster.
Okay, I thought it was like a cover
Has
dragon.
anyone seen Civil War by Marvel?
No.
I have.
Oh,
You know,
wait, yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
Some
I
more
have.
like the
Bucky
movie?
killed Iron Man's parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Oh, yeah,
I like how
Huge
we're all
spoiler.
comparing this man to technically.
Better than
Go on.
Iron Man.
Anyway,
I like how we
Forget
compared him to
Iron
like
Man.
6 people.
my number 3 is Siegfried from the Soul Calibur series. Mainly
main
during-
character, big ass sword.
Again,
Mainly-
point proven.
Mainly during the point in time where he's struggling with Nightmare. Because at that point he's dealing with
Were you gonna get it?
the fact that he's got a possessed sword that keeps taking over his body, making him kill people while he's not aware of it. Meanwhile, he's suffering through all the guilt of it. And even after getting rid of the sword, he still has to look at the people who are suffering because of his deeds, who are hurt because of his actions, and through it all, he has to keep fighting to survive, to atone, to make up for what he's done, all the while fighting to keep Nightmare from influencing him, while eventually fighting Nightmare physically, and just...
And emotion.
Welcome to Talking
Yeah.
Video Games.
that entire story is just...
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Sounds like every video game character.
Sounds like Batman to me.
Batman to me.
Alright.
Everyone's
Anyway.
Batman.
Next up,
Okay. My number 3 is my main dude when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Smoke.
Batman. No, I'm sorry. You can continue.
Smoke is overall my favorite Mortal Kombat character. I love his gameplay style.
By the way, he's not.
I know he's not in the new one, and that's what sucks!
Well, the people want him. I think him, Reptile, and Melina are like the big ones that went back.
I hope they bring Smoke as a DLC.
Well, I hope they.
Honestly, I would
You'd buy
Gladly.
that heartbeat.
I would buy Smoke in a heartbeat.
I want Reptile back because he was like one of the original ninjas.
So is Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke was
So
too.
Ermac too.
Yeah, I don't care too much for Ermac after a while.
I liked how Ermac had souls.
Ermac's
but-
gameplay got repetitive after a while.
Oh yeah.
Use this as.
But yeah, Smoke. Mwah. Perfect character to play in Mortal Kombat. Last one he was in, I believe, was
9.
9.
yeah,
9.
Mortal Kombat 9.
He makes it.
No, he came in Mortal Kombat
10.
X, but he was a DLC and he was a Cyber Lin Kuei.
Was he?
Yeah.
DLC?
Yeah.
He was part of the Triborgs.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was a DLC
I think you meant
character.
when you got to do the faction kill. He would appear and like go up and do the takeoff real quick.
Yeah, but no, he was actually a playable character in X as a Cyber Lin Kuei.
Okay.
Yikes.
But
So technically not fully in.
yeah, not fully in, just his gameplay style as a Cyber Lin Kuei.
Your turn.
Your current turn.
Your turn,
there,
number
D.
3.
Number 3 will be N from Pokemon Black and White.
He was a great character.
He was one of the only, like... He wasn't even a villain. He was just like... How do you think your Pokemon feel about what you're doing? Have you asked them, did they want to be captured or battled?
No, I can respect that.
He was like, if PETA wasn't a dick.
He wasn't a dick.
Oof!
Yeah.
He's PETA if they actually did their job properly.
I see we're calling out PETA now.
Here's a PETA if it wasn't a murder factory.
Let's make
PETA be among the first commentators just to fuck crap on us.
let's make PETA into a person. Oh, you got too much dick in there. Let's take that. Give him luscious green hair.
God damn it, D.
Make him actually nuts. Alright, let's mix that all in a pot. Some guy trying to put the dick back in. Alright, fine, we'll put it in his dad.
I'm not imagining like my Pokemon style is throwing them all in, mix it up, poof, there he is.
Not just
Not
like that, it's like,
gonna lie,
fine,
that
we'll put it
fits
in his dad
perfectly.
thing. And his dad was
A dick.
wow.
Okay,
But
moving on to number 2.
number 2,
Fine. We're going to be going home soon.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Yes. One of the original elemental users in Mortal Kombat.
My main until the most recent game where I did not like how he played.
Actually, he was my main until 10 too.
10 I never played, so I can't
Well,
say.
there's a style called Cryomancer where you get more combos, easier combos. You can actually use them. So I can do that. And honestly, the fact that Sub-Zero is not actually his name, that's just a code name.
Yeah.
Noob's actually his original Sub-Zero, and this new one's Kuai Liang.
Yeah, Noob is his older brother.
Also, the fact that
Wait, why did he lose his ice powers though?
Because he died.
when he died.
Scorpion killed him in the one tournament.
I thought you would just.
And then Quan Chi brought him back as Noob Saibot. And that's whenever he got his shadow powers.
Black Naruto.
Black Naruto.
But either way, though, I like how he looks because of the ice arms were the coolest thing. And then they did add this in 11, the Shredder armor he got from Armageddon. They finally gave him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Shredder armor looked cool in Armageddon, and I wondered for the longest time why they didn't give it to him in the other games.
Well, they gave him to him in 11, and it was badass!
Yeah, it does. I still got it. Alright, so you're up.
Adam, number 2.
Handsome Jack.
So
Okay.
we're back to
Okay.
Handsome Jack.
Ain't that something?
So we
Moving on,
we
got
can
things
just
to
move
see
on.
here.
Butt stallion.
Get my Final Fantasy character, Squall.
It's Leon.
It's Squall first.
No, it's Squall. The only way
They
they
should
changed
say Squall in Kingdom Hearts.
the only way
Yeah?
they only changed it because either Donald or Sora could not
Could
say
not
it.
say it.
Was it Donald or Sora?
How the heck
Donald.
can you not say Squall?
Well, when you're
Well, then
saying
again,
Donald's
Donald
voice,
doesn't
voice.
speak English in the first
I was
place.
like thinking Donald's voice and how that would be said.
I'm surprised they didn't put like cuss words for Donald every
That's
so
why his
often.
name's Leon. Squall Leonhardt is his full name.
Well,
But
I
I
see
love-
we got Donald's nephews here.
We got Huey and Dewey. Where the fuck is Louie?
Right there.
so which one? Who's rich enough to be Scrooge? Because I'm certainly not.
He's
Got it on the radio.
That would be our technician.
He's not in screen.
Our maintenance producer.
Our shit cleaner.
It's Turd Herder, get it right. Oh, fuck.
The reason I like the characters, other than him talking to himself, he talks to himself like throughout his whole game.
Like, every other word is him talking. What are you doing?
He's got to get that itch, man.
Gotta get that itch. I don't hear what. Why?
Well, because how he grows as a character goes from not trusting anyone, and not even the teachers that he goes to the school about,
Gengar.
all the way to this character who now is falling in love, and
Oh, he does?
yeah,
I never.
the whole thing is a love story by the end of it.
Oh, I don't freaking know.
I never beat it. I have, but never beat it.
Well, yeah, go on.
Number 2 is
You got
from the
one to
Assassin's Creed franchise, Desmond Miles,
Desmond.
because he was the catalyst for so much of the modern storyline, and without him, half the Assassin's Creed games wouldn't have been possible. What? And I gotta say, how they handled his character towards the end, they hyped him up to be this hero.
And then he kills everyone.
No. He dies!
Bullshit. He kills the one chick down in the chamber. I've beaten
Lucy?
it. Yes, I've beaten all the
Yeah,
Assassin's
and that
Creed.
fucked with him for like the longest time.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, it would fuck with me too if I just randomly killed the woman that you just spent all that time in full for and everything.
Right?
Just killed.
I mean, a freaking triple agent.
Ooh, that was.
But they should have good items, though.
Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
oof.
I mean, to this day, we still don't know whose side Lucy was really on.
Well, she dead. Who cares?
Her side.
Wow! Dustin! That was
cares?
terrible.
You can't just eat a person.
Anyway,
Can't just
Can't
But,
just
like,
eat all the
person.
orphans out the 2-story window.
he did so much to save the
I
world.
can eat people with enough strength like this.
Back to what I was saying. He did so much to save the world, just to be forgotten in the footnotes of history. And once they were done with his character arc in the modern storyline, Ubisoft ran out of ideas. Because for like the next 3 or 4 games, they couldn't figure out how to make a coherent storyline.
You watch your dirty whore mouth.
Hey,
Why is it dirty whore?
got things
Why can't
back
you be
together with
clean
Odyssey and Origins.
Is there a
Okay.
clean more?
But
How dare you talk shit on Black Flag?
Oh,
hey, I didn't say anything about
Or
Black Flag.
Syndicate.
That was a good
the
game.
next series.
Syndicate was a good game too.
I actually haven't played Syndicate yet.
And don't talk about it.
Don't
stuck
talk
on Unity.
shit then.
I'm not.
I'm sorry, but the Assassins Vikings might suck.
Oh,
We can't say it.
those are all fighting words, sir.
We can't say it. It's not out.
Yeah,
Except for
Valhalla's
all we
not
know.
out.
I've never played an Assassin's Creed.
But honestly, I'm hoping Valhalla is a good game.
Yeah, we can't say until it comes out.
Right.
I want it. I'm gonna get it.
It looks
Get
good.
in line. I'm
Ubisoft don't
pre-ordering it.
disappoint.
But
I got done that today.
I think it's
I might do
good
it.
to
Pepper,
say
your turn.
to move on.
All right. My number 2 slot.
Did
Oh.
you get?
I had an oof moment. My number 2 slot goes to my main boy, Death from Darksiders 2.
He
I think
almost
they're all
ended up
his
on my
main
list. He
They're
almost
all
ended up on my
his main
list.
boy.
My main
He
boy.
said that for all of them.
They're all. No, I didn't say that for Meta Knight.
You
Oh,
did
sorry,
true.
he's not cool enough to be your
That's
main
right,
boy.
he ain't.
Even though he's your main in Smash.
No, my main in Smash is Little Mac.
Oh yeah.
Recovery.
No aerial. at all.
Yeah, what's with you not having recovery units?
Hey, you leave my decisions alone.
But go on.
Anyway,
But,
Death, Darksiders 2.
They did fantastic with Darksiders 2. I loved it. I'm actually in the middle of going through it on Apocalypse mode.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, when you die, you respawn back to the beginning, or it's either the beginning of the map or your last checkpoint, and you lose everything you gained from there on.
Yikes.
It's
What? No.
That
it's
sounds like
very
a lot,
challenging.
That sounds like a lot of broken controllers.
Yo,
That sounds like a lot of broken control.
Yo, like I said, I'm probably gonna come to you for help soon because I'm still stuck in Fairseer's tomb.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get past the final part of the tomb.
Oof.
Hey, I can admit when I have trouble with something.
I got through that whole game in a single run.
Well, good on you. Maybe you could live stream it.
You know?
You know what? You know what?
I
When my
stream it.
computer, when our technician is done with my computer, I will.
Maybe you could stream the entire series,
I will.
No, you won't.
and I'll be one of your viewers.
well, you've heard it here.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, Darksiders 2, fantastic game. Especially if you love walking around as Death. I mean, come on. It's Death.
Dual wielding
One
scythe
of
is
the best
always one of
four
the best ways
horsemen
to fight.
ever.
Oh, no, I am excited to
Horsemen,
play
the
as the next
Yeah, I know.
one.
Strife
We'll
or
see.
Fury?
Fury.
We'll see.
I have 3.
No, Fury is already out.
Yeah,
Fury is in 3.
Oh.
We're waiting on
Genesis is already out. Strife?
Yeah, that's not. They're gonna do. I think they're gonna do one like the other games with him. That's just like a little mini game
That's a
they came out
prequel.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He
still,
seems
here's
like he'd be
hoping.
fun to play as.
Oh, with the 2 pistols. Yeah.
Here's hoping.
I just like walking around with a goddamn scythe.
But I don't blame you for that.
I mean, it's a fucking scythe, man. And you can customize his armor, his scythe, and his abilities.
Scythe. I use gauntlets.
Gauntlet Man!
But
Sounds
we'll
like
move
Batman
on
with
this
no
The
limit.
Bladed Claw Gauntlet's
Yes.
the best in my opinion.
Mr. Coco.
I'm gonna go.
I'm in the coconut.
I'm gonna go with horror survival here. Leon Kennedy.
Oh.
Resident Evil!
See,
Alright.
I knew that had to make his list.
I knew it was close. He almost was my 5th.
See, I never played the original first 3,
I have.
so I didn't really get into it. But then once these remakes came out and I actually got to experience the stories, I respect Leon as a character more, and Carlos, those luxurious locks. But we're talking about Leon's hair right now.
The emo-ish hair.
Yeah,
The emo bowl cut.
he handled himself in 4 like a boss, even though he could have shot the chainsaw guy straight in the face. But he had that on and off again with Ada.
Ada Wong.
Even though romance never actually suggested in the games.
Right.
Oh,
No, well,
they full.
Yes,
as they go on, you can. The way they interact is obvious. Like, she overly flirts with him.
yeah.
She might be using him, but he's slapping them cheeks.
Maybe.
She's slapping them cheeks.
Maybe.
He's showing her a magic trick.
Oh.
We're not being too monetized.
Yeah!
But on to number 1.
Azura, you're number 1.
Whoa.
Dante from Devil May Cry is one of my favorite game series.
Wait, which game?
I thought yours would have been Virgil.
No, it's Dante. Like, I do love Virgil to death, but
Which one?
Virgil's so limited in his weapon and the actual style.
I see what you mean. Okay.
He only has 3 weapons, which I like, but like I don't really like him. He's one style. It doesn't matter which Dante, because I like Dante.
Okay,
That's
but
fine.
which game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or reboot?
Maybe it's all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really specify.
I'll say
My favorite time he was a character to play as was definitely 3, in my opinion.
thought it'd be 3 and 5. Well, 3, 4, and 5 actually. I'll say.
3 was his raging teen years.
Well, that doesn't bother me.
It's...
The fact
That's
that
just where, to me, his jokes
I'll
were
say
spot
you
on.
get
Yeah.
you get his
He had the
styles,
perfect
which he
snarkiness
actually.
level there.
So you get his styles, which I liked. You get the weapons. You finally actually get a decent Devil Trigger, which is your own thing. Not like in 1 where you have to use the weapon to do it.
Yeah.
And then 2 is just yeah.
2 is apparently the one nobody likes,
Because
but I've heard nothing but negative reviews about the reboot.
I've seen my brother played it. And the one thing that people hated the most was the fact that this Dante, Dino, they call him Dino. They
Yeah.
call him Dino.
Because it's not the same Dante.
Well, no, it's his trying to be hard-ass attitude, which does not work. His Devil Trigger literally is him turning into normal Dante.
Actual Dante, yeah. And it doesn't even look good.
And he only Ebony and Ivory. His human guns look demonic. His shotgun looks demonic. His great sword turns into a long sword.
Yeah. They tried too hard to be edgy with the reboot.
Yeah, and
and
no
it just
one liked it.
backfired. It backfired a lot. Anyway.
Good character.
Your turn, Daniel-san.
Your turn.
Oh,
Okay.
wax on, wax out.
Alright, I'd say that my favorite video game character would have to be Nikolai Belinsky from Call of Duty.
Zombies.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was the guy who.
What is the fuck called gun?
Both versions, both 1.0 and 2.0. I like them both respectively. But yeah, it's just in one, he's so funny, but if you realize what happens to him and the
It's
fact
kind of sad.
that he literally can't stop drinking or he'll die.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1.0, because of the
You gotta
experience
do
that happened.
You gotta do the
Easter
Easter eggs to find out their story backlines.
But
Yeah,
1.0, he was experimented on to the point where he can't function sober.
No,
He has to be drunk.
all the time.
He has to have alcohol in his system or he ceases to even human being.
Yeah.
Sounds like my Wednesday night.
But he's hilarious.
Sounds
And
like my
in
Wednesday
2, they made him more stable, and I'm really glad that he's going to become more useful, hopefully, in the future. That's the only praise that I'll give for Zombies, is the fact that they're making Nikolai more useful. But, yeah, Nikolai Belinsky.
Alright. My number one, everyone's probably could have guessed my number one.
Gee, I wonder who it could be.
Fire Emblem.
Goku.
Ike.
Fire Emblem's Ike.
No.
Couldn't do Goku because of anime.
Well, he is
Yeah,
also a
but-
video game character.
Yeah, but he was
Anime
anime
first.
first.
Breaks the
Anime
rule.
first.
Anyway, Ike.
Yes, Ike from the Fire Emblem series. Not just because I made him in Smash, which I forced myself to make him in Smash because of how much I like him. But
And you are OP with him.
What, can no one but me fight him?
No, I mean, I can. If I pick the right person, I can give him a good challenge. I did the other day.
But yeah, so him starting out as just a child who couldn't even get through training properly, and suddenly having to grow up in a moment's notice because within like one of his first 3 missions he ever does, his father dies and he now has to lead his father's group.
Right.
That's a
So
Sounds like Lion King to me.
oof moment.
a lot worse than
Wartime
that.
trauma will make you grow real fast.
Like he
What?
basically has to grow up in a moment's notice.
I mean, yeah, just
Take care of, and then also because of the mission that they're on and having to save a princess, he ends up also within the same time frame becoming a leader of an entire resistance army
What?
Yeah.
to fight back for Crimea's freedom.
Mm-hmm. That happens.
I'm gonna have to play Fire Emblem.
That's game 1 of his 2 series game.
Game 2, he becomes even more badass.
He becomes buff as shit in a 3-year time skip.
I don't think if he becomes badass.
Change his name to Guts.
Change his name.
That might really mold him after
And
that.
fights a god.
That's why he's
And that's
badass.
the series.
That's why he's badass. He fights a god and he wins.
Yes, he does.
He has an army to help him, but still, he fights a god.
Yeah, he built
This
an
is
army
a-
with the strongest people from all the land.
This
then
isn't God of War.
The third one, he fights Kratos.
The third one he fights
The
Kratos.
third one, he fights straight up.
But like that was probably one of the characters I think had the best story progression I've seen. Like he had an anime arc pretty much.
He's an anime protagonist.
He pretty much. He like went through like one of those long series animes too, not just this 10-episode ones. No, like think of like a Naruto related series going through all those things in 2 sets of games.
Don't stop.
But alright, moving on.
Alright, my number 1, and I have to say this now, spoilers for Persona 5 and Royal.
I mean, I spoiled the whole game of Fire Emblem, so go
Yeah.
ahead.
I couldn't pick Ren, aka Protag, because that's just you
Yeah, he
in the
basically
game.
like you.
So, the one I decided to pick instead was Goro Akechi,
Ooh.
your rival throughout the game. And here's why. When you meet him, he's this very well put together character.
Is he the guy with the suit on?
Yes.
The detective dude.
Okay.
Detective
Well, I
Prince.
don't really know him that well. Like I've seen him, but I actually don't know him. I know like the original.
Well,
group.
he starts out super well put together, but he ends up being someone that you want to stay wary of because of your position. And when he finds out about it, he screws with you regarding the situation. And you soon find out he's one of the hidden hands behind the curtains. While not the main bad guy, he's definitely one of the main antagonists. And he very quickly becomes one of your biggest obstacles. And the whole time becomes just an overall douche. And when he loses his shit and completely unravels, he makes for a great villain with his meltdown. And in the original game, his last second redemption was very heartfelt. But somehow Royal made it even worse. Worse? Is that the right way to say it?
Even more
impactful.
Yeah, there you go.
Because when he comes back,
Stop.
he completely drops his nice guy facade. He's just total dark and edgy, give no shits guy. And he makes it clear he's not your friend. But he makes it clear as well that he has his own reasons for continuing on, and he makes it a point that, for now at least, he's your ally. And I'm not going to say much more story-related stuff, but I will say by the end of the game, you really feel for him. And Royal definitely makes you think more about his situation.
Also, he has a lightsaber.
Also, he's still like,
I'm not joking.
He does have a lightsaber.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we all have mini weapons. You have freaking lightning, burning
He
things.
does have a lightsaber, yes.
Like, what the frick?
But, like, that wasn't one of the big things about
Copyright
him.
free lightsaber.
But yeah, it definitely... Royal definitely makes you rethink his character. And...
Challenge accepted. Not to care about him.
You're winning.
Can I unplug my ears now?
Point
oh,
being...
it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
You definitely see him in a new light by the end of Royal, and... Again, it just hits really emotionally.
But alright,
And they did a good job with it.
let's move on.
Pepper?
You're there for a good bit on that.
You're number one?
Yeah. Talk about talking games.
The whole podcast
plot.
episode right there.
Right?
Right?
You can do a podcast one time about us discussing characters.
But my number one, and
main man.
this is a game that my buddy, shout out to my buddy Johnny, he actually got me into it, and I just love the franchise. We talked about a little bit about it earlier, but my favorite character would be Altair from Assassin's Creed 1. He is what started it all. He is the assassin that went down in history in that game. Without him, Assassins wouldn't be.
I can argue that, but I'm not gonna. I
Well,
know better.
Without him,
That was-
Assassins wouldn't be because the game wouldn't exist.
Exactly, and Desmond was his... Altair was Desmond's ancestor, who started it all.
Technically, Bayek started it all, but we'll not get into origins.
But was he related to?
He was not
No.
related to Desmond.
Yeah, I think
No.
that's what he's trying to.
Yes.
Altair was the very first assassin we were introduced to via Desmond.
Yes.
So he was the true first assassin for the franchise.
Correct.
And that I am willing to accept.
That is what I was getting to. Assassin's Creed, the video game franchise, would not be a thing without that.
That is
You
true.
were definitely right about that.
All in all...
Altair plays just as important a role as Desmond, if not more.
Okay.
Then there's my boy Itzy. I like Itzy.
It came down to a three-way tie between Altair, Ezio Auditore, and
Edward.
Edward Cunningway.
Can't wait.
Kenway. Black Flag was fantastic. No, Assassin's Creed 2, 3, and Brotherhood were
And
great.
Revelations, I think.
Revelations 2, yeah, Ezio was in 4 of them. He was the only one that made it in the 4 of their games.
Did you guys play the
That's
China,
because
the
he was
China
so
DLC
popular.
for Black Flag?
He was, and he was such
I
a
He
did.
man.
also,
He was
made-
also such a ladies' man.
He also
Oh my God,
made it in a
Ezio had a
fighting
way with
game.
Yeah, Soul
Yeah,
Calibur.
he made it in Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
Ezio made it into
Made
Soul
him Soul Calibur
Calibur.
too, yeah. But
5.
Yeah, 5.
Altair, one of my favorite assassins. You know, you learn so much from him, and overall, all of the Assassin's Creed, you learn so much. They bring in so much history into it. I just love the whole franchise. In fact, I got the tattoo on my arm of the Assassin's Creed symbol.
No one cares for that.
You shut your mouth.
I'm not wearing it today, but I have an Assassin's pendant.
But and then I would also like to make an honorable mention to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater franchise.
But what character?
Tony Hawk, of course.
Alright. Makes sense.
And I bring this up because they are in the process of remaking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. And I personally cannot wait for it.
Alright, I can't wait to play that.
Hopefully they
That is
won't,
going to bring back so much
So
childhood.
much
Mhm.
of 2.
hopefully they won't run into the grinding skateboard stick glitch again.
Maybe they will.
Yeah.
Maybe they keep.
Yeah, they
kept
might.
it in.
There's sometimes they'll keep glitches just for the fun.
Think
Yeah.
about
Eh,
the one,
sure enough.
The one Skyrim glitch of you being lobbed straight in the air by the giant.
Yeah, they
Like,
kept
There's
it-
so many
that's a
Skyrim
good
glitches. There are invisible chests all over the place.
I'm talking about my friend was the giant. He hit you down, you launch straight up. It's like
They did patch that, or were they gonna patch? It was either they patched it or were gonna patch
they
it out.
they
What,
patched
the
it-
invisible chests?
No, the
giant. They
thing.
patched it
The
out, but the
players-
fans got annoyed.
Yeah,
and they
the
put it
players
back.
put it
Yeah,
Cause
the fans like the ragdoll physics too much. It's
Yeah.
fun.
you never shot straight up. I was like, whoa.
That was the one time I can say a glitch got put back in a game.
Right? But yeah,
There's nothing
Tony
wrong
Hawk,
with it.
Pro Skater. My favorite Pro Skater, though, actually, I don't think it had Tony Hawk in it.
Spider-Man.
It was Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
I played American
And-
Wasteland. That shit was
Huh?
I
bomb.
thought he was in it.
I don't know if he was in it or not, but I loved that game for the simple
Oh,
fact.
he was in it. His name.
Well,
He got the money for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know, Tony Hawk's my favorite pro skateboarder. But American Wasteland was my favorite because, for the simple fact, the whole time you're playing the game, you're going all throughout the area collecting scrap parts, pieces of buildings, all that, just to build a giant skate park for you and your friends to skate in without getting in trouble. It was just overall fantastic.
I used to like the option of building your skateboard.
I know, but in American Wasteland, like one of the things that you have to get is a dinosaur head for a ramp.
What?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
A
know.
dinosaur head for a ramp. Could you imagine skateboarding on a dinosaur head?
No, because I don't skateboard at all.
You break
no.
it. They're fragile.
what?
Do you
That's
know how
another
big of
fragile,
a bone
they'll
we're
crack.
talking here? We're talking about a skull the size of this living room.
Yeah.
Still crack.
Yeah, they would still crack.
After a while, yeah.
After a while,
But
yeah,
still.
but if bone as thick as the wall,
No, Coco.
it'd be a while.
Yes, Coco.
Coco. Well, I'm gonna first say what time.
Well, Diaz is the last one.
yeah, go ahead. We'll
My
finish it off.
number one character and the game that I had most fun with is Sly Cooper.
Oh my god! I love that
All
game.
three is like
Sing
the
this for goodness.
first games I actually went for like
started.
I tried to
The other
100%,
day.
which started me like to try to do like get 100% all the findables, get all like see every nook and cranny of every game, and it had a fantastic story.
Phenomenal story. I love
It's like
that.
it's like Batman, but he's a thief.
We're doing Batman
Everything
tonight.
to Batman.
Hey, his parents dead.
Yeah.
He has
Hey, the last 3
sidekicks.
characters he did not.
I'm Batman.
Yeah.
One of his sidekicks becomes a paraplegic like Batman.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What is
Wow. Wow. That was a low blow,
He's not wrong,
You know,
though.
it's a low blow being
Oof.
becoming a paraplegic. You know, from the waist down.
dude. Wow, dude. Oof.
Oh.
That was new
On
fun.
a serious note,
Oh, you don't need to hit the button. It's literally your voice.
yeah, it was just like
Every time we slap the
fantastic
table,
story,
we say it.
and he
No.
was like the only character who's like made it cool to be a thief, and he wasn't like
I mean, he wasn't a bad thief.
he wasn't a bad character. He
Well, what I mean is he wasn't even being a thief to be a villain.
He stole from criminals.
He stole from other.
well, he
criminals.
cut well,
Robin Hood.
that he
Yeah, that's
part of
actually
where
what it
his base
was.
was, I believe.
Yeah.
yeah, and he got the girl that was always chasing him, the
Yes,
police
he did.
officer.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretended like he got amnesia, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
He pretends he has amnesia and gets with her.
That's in the
I
second
wish
one.
I
Spoiler alert.
I wish I could play amnesia and get me a girl, but they just tell me to leave them alone again.
Wow.
I forgot who you are. Can I date you? Well, then you don't remember me saying no. No.
Ooh.
Can I date you? Oh, if you don't know who I am, I can just walk away.
If you don't know who I am, I
This feels awfully familiar.
Wow.
Did everyone go and do their number
Well,
one?
yeah.
Yeah,
we're
and
done.
after the number
We're
one.
done.
So, alright. We were going to go into a next segment, but this took longer than we expected this to.
Talking
we're gonna-
games.
Alright, with our Talking Games segment.
Yeah.
So, hope you all have enjoyed this episode of Sunday Mac. And hopefully we will see you all in the next episode of Sunday Mac.
Yeah.
Next Sunday. Sunday.
Don't be late.
Next time there will be macaroni.
What button do we hit to
Yeah,
stop
we didn't
it?
have it this time. First episode back. Yeah, we know. But we'll see you later.
Later.